What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. In this video, I am playing with one of my new favorite things in the whole wide world, the Crayon Case Notepad Edition. I am going to be using the green one, quite obviously, so today, that's what this one looks like right here, and it is stunning. When I first saw it, I was immediately like, oh yeah. I'm sure you've seen in my try-on video, you've seen me try it out, and that vibrant green on the bottom, far out Brussels sprout. But I wanted to try the green on its own. I've already done the red on its own, so I want to try the green, and then obviously I'll move through the rest of the palettes that I have. Hopefully it doesn't get too repetitive. But yeah, so if you're interested in seeing the look I come up with the green Notepad edition, then keep watching. First things first. Gotta fix these brows. They look messy. Messy, messy, messy. I really want to get them done again, but like the people that used to work at my salon have actually, I haven't seen them there in a while, and like they know exactly how I like my eyebrows, so I'm really afraid to go to somebody else, to be perfectly honest. But I'm managing to keep them up myself, but I just wish that they were a little more manicured, if I can say that. So I'm starting off, as always, with my MAC paint pot in the color Soft Ochre, and I mainly use this to block out any discoloration I have on my eyelids and make it a nice even playing field, so you can see versus the eyes that, you know, this one looks much nicer than this one. So also, and it's a great eyeshadow base, just full stop. I bought the newest album from City and Color, so I'm listening to that today. I've got all his albums on shuffle, or all the albums I own on shuffle right now, so I have a feeling it's just going to be a pretty chillaxed session, which is awesome. Now these shadow palettes don't have names for the colors, so I'm just gonna have to point to the color that I'm using. So the first color I'm gonna start off with is, I really want to go, oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I'm not sure where I want to start, to be perfectly honest. I think I'm gonna go with this shade right here. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe E1, which is a packer brush, and I'm just going to start packing that in my crease. Now, these shadows pack a huge punch. They are very, very pigmented and very nice. And so far, I have had absolutely no issue at all with blending. They just works so well. I just really, really like this formula a lot. Now I'm doing very little blending because I'm going to use another shadow to blend it out, but I'm bringing that about 3/4 of the way across my eye in my crease. Okay, so I'm trying to make these match, and I think I've almost got it, so that's fine. Now I'm going to go in a floofy ended brush, and I'm going to take this shade, the one that I used on my lower lash line in the first impressions video, and I'm just going to blend that out. Oh, that is nice. That is a nice fade. Oh my goodness. No patchiness, no clinging, no dragging. They just are really, really working well with each other. Gelling very well. Now this brand is cruelty free, but they aren't vegan, which I know I've said in my last video, but just in case you missed that one, being a vegan brand isn't necessarily a make or break for me. I'm not a vegan in my day-to-day life, so I don't feel like that's something that really impacts me as far as buying makeup. Do I think cruelty against animals is bad? Of course I do, but you know, I'm a meat eater. I love my meat, and I really, really hope that doesn't offend anybody, because that's not what I'm trying to do. So all right, next I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take this deep, I think I'm going to take this brown. I don't know if I want to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one just on more on the inside of my lid, on the bottom. Well, not the bottom, on my mobile lid, because I'm going to do like a faux cut crease kind of thing. So I'm going to bring that about halfway across my lid. Far out. This is a beautiful shade. Oh my goodness. Such a beautiful shade. These palettes are really fucking good. Like, no lie. These, like, obviously I don't lie to you guys, but like, the proof's in the pudding, baby. Okay, and next I'm going to go in on this Lunar Beauty brush. It's the double-ended brush that came in the Life's a Drag palette. And I'm going to take this shade right here. And I'm just going to pack that on my lid. Oh, that's a nice green too. And then I'm going to take it up into like my eyebrow area. Or almost into my eyebrow area. That's a pretty shade. That's a really pretty shade. Oh yeah. This is probably going to be a really short video because I don't really have much to say. Like, I've already like shown you guys how amazing these pads are. And I think that it's just, if you're sleeping on the crayon case, like you weren't sure about their products, I am here to tell you, you really need to get on this because, I mean, look at this. It's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. I'm loving this so much. Okay, I think I'm going to take this shade here. It's a shimmer shade. And I'm going to take a Morphe M124. It's just a flat little brush. And, oh, I got a cat hair. And I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner where I just laid down that other green. So good. So, so good. And it's almost like they're a creamy consistency. Like, they're so pigmented. Like, I can't get over the pigmentation. I'm just so impressed with these shadows. I really, truly am. I almost wish I got the black one, which, I mean, I can't always go back and get the black one. That's not a big drama. But, man, I just can't with these. They're just so nice. I was thinking I wanted to do something on the brow bone, but I haven't really been doing that much on the brow bone. I think I might just kind of blend this up a bit more. I kind of want to put that lighter green that I have in the inner corner underneath my brow bone, but I haven't been using a brow bone highlight like at all in so long. And I don't really think that the looks have been suffering because of it. So yeah, whew. Ugh, I knew I was going to love this one. I knew I was going to love this one. I can't. It's just too pretty. I can't. Okay, now I'm going to do my base makeup. And I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas and the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I use them in conjunction with each other. And I usually put the Smashbox Primer in my cheek area and my T-zone. And then on the outside and perimeter of my face, I will start setting down the Tatcha, and then I kind of just mix them together. But I really use the Photo Finish Primer mainly in my problem areas because it's a pore filling foundation primer, and I do have quite enlarged pores on my cheeks. So yeah, but I really just kind of push it into the pores. And then on the forehead, I'm okay. On the nose, I'm okay. And the chin is same. But I like this in my T-zone. Now I'm going to go with the Tatcha. And I take just the tiniest, teensy tiniest amount. Because a little bit of this goes a long way. And they actually say in the directions to use a rice size amount for your whole face. And I'm like, how? Like, I don't have a huge face, but I can't work out how you can only use a rice size amount, but I find that if I use much more than that, it actually starts pilling up on me. So not the biggest fan of that. And then I just take them underneath the eyes. And sometimes I get a little too overzealous and manage to actually, what's my words? I actually end up taking off some of my eyeshadow on the side, so I'm always really careful about not doing that because it's a pain in the ass to fix. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my foundation. It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 145, which is like my perfect fucking shade. It fits my face so well. And I'm taking a dual fiber face brush. This is an F4 from ColourPop. And I've just really been jiving with this. I thought I was going to be a sponge girl because I was always afraid that the brush would leave brush strokes. But I find if you have the right type of brush for the application, you really don't fall into that problem. And with the brush, I actually find that I use less product than I used to. I used to use 4 pumps with the sponge, and now I use a brush. And I wonder if it was some sort of conspiracy theory or conspiracy between the brush, the sponge makers and the foundation makers, where they're like, hell yeah, we're gonna make bank on this. People are gonna be suckers for sponges, and they're not going to realize that they're using twice as much product than they need to. Oh yeah, so much money in the bank. It's just my conspiracy theory. My makeup conspiracy theory. It's going to change and revolutionize the world of makeup. I'm in a mood today, quite clearly. I'm by myself. Hubby's at work today. And tomorrow I've got several doctor's appointments. Or I've got a doctor's appointment this week. On Wednesday, I've got one tomorrow. So, yeah, I get hubby home 3 days this week instead of just the normal 2, which is lovely. Now, my face is completely covered with 2 pumps. Completely covered. I hate this. It's finally going away, though, so that's a good thing, because it was a deep, deep pimple, and it started off as just a whitehead, and so I popped the whitehead, and it came out, and everything was fine, and then it's like, nope, not done yet, kept weeping. Then I had to pull more out, and I popped it like 3 different times, and finally I got everything out, and I had this amazing hole in my skin. It was wonderful. I love pimple popping. I love watching Dr. Pimple Popper. I don't watch every single one of her videos, but I love like steatocystomas and lipomas are like my absolute favorite. Pilar cysts are kind of fun as well, but my favorite has to be lipomas, I think. Basically, lipomas are just fatty tumors, like fat cells that just grow out of control in one area. And they kind of like grow into the nooks and crannies of your regular fat cells and tissues. And so they are just, ugh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but I've booked my chest tattoo. I'm super duper excited about it. It's in June. I have to travel to Sydney, which is the only bad part of it, because the tattoo artist that I want to get my tattoo done by is actually moving to Sydney. So we have to travel to get it done. But I mean, it's just to Sydney. It's not like, it'll be an all-day affair, but it's not like the end of the world horrible, having to travel to like Melbourne or like fly to Melbourne or something like that. So just going to make a little day trip, and hopefully it's not going to hurt too much because it's a chest tattoo. And I've heard that from many, many people that chest tattoos are really painful. Even my own tattoo artist, she's got a tattoo on her chest, right in the middle of her chest. And she was like, it's the worst pain I've ever had. And I had to stop. And so she actually still hasn't gotten that finished. So if she says it's painful, like, I'm really fucking nervous because she's covered. And obviously she knows like the best places and worst places to get tattoos. But yeah, so I'm a little nervous about it. But Nikki Raven here has gotten a butterfly or a bumblebee tattoo on her chest, and she said it didn't hurt. So, I mean, I don't know. I keep getting mixed and conflicting information. So I'm like, I don't know if this is going to hurt or not. So yeah, I still don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't hurt a lot because, I mean, I sit well, or I've been told that I sit well for tattoos, which means I don't move around a lot. I don't squirm. I don't complain about the pain a lot. I just kind of sit there and take it. So I'm just got a lot of bronzer on my brush. So, the fact that she says that I sit well means a lot to me in a weird way, because I don't want to make my tattooist's job any harder than it is. Tattooing is not an easy job. Like, When I was there week before last, one of the tattoo artists was doing a calf tattoo, and the guy kept moving, and I'm just like, dude, like I'm watching the guy because I'm facing him, watching him getting tattooed, and like he's constantly moving his foot, which is moving the muscles in his leg, and I'm like, if I were the tattoo artist, I would like be losing my shit right now. Like, dude, stop fucking moving so much. But he managed to tattoo him just fine. I didn't actually get a chance to see the final look. I would have loved to have seen the finished tattoo, but it is what it is. I've got another pimple coming up right next to the one that I had before. Doesn't make me happy, but it is what it is when you have adult issues with your skin. It's one of those things you got to deal with, and I'm just glad my skin isn't as bad as it used to be, because like at some point, this was when I was still using Proactiv. I'd stopped using it and had been at my parents' house, and I had some left over, and my entire forehead was like one massive zit. It was so painful and just so raised and angry. And I kid you not, I used the Proactiv, and immediately after using it, my forehead was not red anymore. It had calmed down. It wasn't swollen. It wasn't itchy. It wasn't. So I used Proactiv for years, and then was told by an esthetician that it's actually not good for your skin. And I didn't know that. So I stopped using it, and I've got my skincare routine. I do my double cleanse twice a day. And honestly, my skin has never looked better. Never. Okay. So now I'm going to go on the bottom. I'm going to take this green right here, and I'm going to take that on my bottom lash line. And this is a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 8 brush. It's just a smaller, denser, floofy-ended brush. It's a bit more stiff than my ColourPop brush, which is okay with me. Oh, that's an equally beautiful green. Oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty, guys. I can't even. So yesterday I filmed with the red notepad, and then my husband's game finished early because they didn't have all the players involved in the game, and so his game ended kind of early. And I just happened to go into his office, and I'm like, "When does your game finish?" By Jim, just because I wanted to know. I was like, "How much longer does your game have?" Because I all of a sudden got this urge to just go out of my house and do something. And so we ended up going to Yum Cha, but trying to decide what I want to do. If I want to use black liner or green liner. I think I'm going to go black today, and I'm going to use my cream gel liner, the color Swerve. This is from ColourPop. It's just a plain black gel liner. And I'm going to do this off camera because I can't do it on camera. It's too difficult. But we ended up going out for Yum Cha, which was really nice. We ended up going to the second session, so we didn't actually get like all the yummy yummies. Like the radish cakes and XO sauce had sold out by the time we got there, which was really sad because that's like our favorite thing in the world. Yeah, I think black was the right move to do. 100%. I really like these cream gel liners. I really do. Because they work so well in the waterline. I can't do the upper lid, so I'm going to go in with the same one, Swerve, just in the pencil. And I'm just going to do my upper waterline, just to give it a little bit more dramatic effect. And I'm going to do my eyebrows and mascara off camera. And then we'll come back to do the blush and lips, and I'll give you my final thoughts on the palette. Alright, eyebrows and mascara are done, and I'm feeling very pretty. Very, very pretty. So I love when I can do my makeup and I just feel so comfortable in it. I wish that I had somewhere to go today. So I'm going to use my Moon Prism palette from Lunar Beauty, as usual. It's just, this fucking palette is so versatile that I know that I should use other stuff, but I don't need to because I've got everything I need in this palette. So I'm actually going to go in with Stargaze, which is this middle pink one here. This one right here, because I think that'll be really pretty. And I know I keep saying it, but a little bit goes a long way with the blush. So you don't need heaps of it. And I've decided that I'm going to start taking my blush a little bit higher, like up onto my temple area. Oh, that's just shadow. Okay. I was like, did I get eyeshadow on my forehead or my temple? But no, I did not. Pretty. For some reason, my lights seem to be drowning out like all of the color from my face. But interestingly enough, when I went to my bathroom after I had filmed to just kind of like put my clothes on and get like my perfume on and whatnot, I looked so pale in person. I was absolutely shocked by that. I could not believe how pale I looked. And so I came back in here and I packed on the bronzer. But on camera, it looks good. Like, I don't understand. The lights are supposed to drown it out, but I think my makeup looks fantastic right now. All right, so for lips, I think I'm going to go in with the color Brink, which is from ColourPop. This is more of an orangey pink, I would say, an orangey nude, if there is such a thing. And I'm just going to prime my lips with the Lippie Stick Primer. They're not particularly dry today, so that's good. I don't really think that these Lippie Sticks need a primer underneath them, but oh, that's pretty. It's not as pink as I thought it was going to be, but I think part of that is the lip liner. That's the color Parker, and I really, really like it. I like it a lot. And I'm not going to highlight my face because I'm kind of off highlighter for now. I did it yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty, like, you know, whatever. But I'm kind of off highlighters at the moment. It's winter, you know, things, I feel very matte in the winter. I love matte looks. And I'm going in with a dewy setting spray. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm almost out of that one, but I have a backup. I always buy spares of everything. I have like this phobia of running out of things. So I buy things in pairs a lot, or in multiples of 2. I don't know why. I always have done that. And I just, yeah, I hate it. I hate when I don't do it or I can't do it. It drives me up a wall. But, yeah. So this is the final look, guys. I am pleased as punch with this palette. I got to use 5 of the shades out of here. I easily could have gone in with a 6th shade, and I think I might actually, because I want to, and that's what I get for putting my brushes away. So I'm going to take the darker shimmer shade, and I'm going to take that, so this one right here, and I'm going to put that on my bottom inner corner, and this is a Morphe 431 brush, just a pencil brush. Oh, it's so pretty, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I cannot wait for that to show up in pictures because that's going to be fucking amazing. Okay, so this palette, love it. Absolutely love it. The greens are beautiful. There's no patchiness. There's no catching. There's no unblending, you know, unblendable. It works so well, and they're so buttery. They're a dream to work with. They really, like, I can't put it any other way. Like, this is a great palette, and I'm so excited that I found out about the crayon case and then I went ahead and bought this collection, because so far, man, I've liked every single palette I have. I am going to be doing dedicated looks with each palette so you can see how each palette performs on its own, versus doing a rainbow look. I think the rainbow look was a great introduction to the palettes and to the brand for me. But yeah, I really, really like the way that my makeup looks right now. I feel super duper pretty. And yeah, like I said, I wish I had somewhere to go today, but I don't. And I don't have access to the car. So, you know. But anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you soon. Bye.